It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's not afraid to throw it, second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Vikings, just ahead on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You're going on a hot streak heading into Halloween, and things will be looking great. But flounder this month, and you may end up seeing some of your buddies shipped off and playing elsewhere.
A lot of people had this game circled this week. Two of the best teams so far squaring off here in Week 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he gets him around 6 there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback. A guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills. And it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Running it with David Montgomery. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 28-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is, touchdown, Detroit. The Lions drop 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead. Amon-Ra St. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Michael Badgley on to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Badgley on to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground with Jones. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Has his man. It's Addison. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's taken down at the 30. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. That's Jefferson. He's got it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Cut near the goal line. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings tie this game 7-7. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings us 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another one for Gibbs. Along the sideline past midfield. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go play action with Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for first and 10.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. Scores! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a second quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Badgley on to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. McCarthy throwing here. Pass is caught by Addison. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Has the connection to Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Hockenson reels it in. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play. And now we'll have to take a moment for an injured player, and it's a significant one. Tight end T.J. Hockenson in some pain after the play. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's into the red zone on that run, down to the 18. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. The 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Badgley for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying again after the pick. McCarthy. He's got him. That's Addison. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Vikings looking down a very long field. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 29. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 39. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Back now, pressure on its way. Has it down close. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Vikings 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
14.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. And this one's incomplete, too low as it skips off the ground.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. He's gonna push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, Goff. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Vikings will start with it in the 4th after an interception to end the quarter. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Hits him on the out route. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. From the red zone now. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We begin with a rematch of the classic double doink game. Philadelphia in the Windy City to take on Chicago. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they lead the visiting Saints in that one at halftime. Bryce Young with 2 touchdown passes there. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Cedric Tillman, a touchdown reception. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and
Here's
Brock Hewitt.
Reichert set to kick this away. Khalif Raymond to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Vikings 21-yard line.
Looking to throw, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Badgley with the extra point. And the Lions drive their lead to 11.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Lions.
Badgley on to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, I've been around this league a long time. Runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 45 on 2nd down. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. McCarthy with a blitz coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Connects on the crosser. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Back to the air, McCarthy. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the pressure drives them backwards. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
A give to Gibbs. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Goff to the air now. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Goff. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. I'm just going to go out on a limb, partner, and say that this defense is probably pretty tired of having to deal with this guy by this point.
Tired or exhausted?
Both?
Yes. Yeah, they don't have an answer. And when you've got an elite guy like this, no matter what you throw at him and he delivers, man, it puts you to sleep.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. It's Gibbs on the carry. Still has room inside the 15. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing is gone. This has been a trend, yet another interception. It's a foot race. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. And the Vikings get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Jones once more. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Cade. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Here's Raymond on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down throw from Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 1st down.
Goff. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd and long. Coming right is Gibbs. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's going to be 2 on the pickup, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 13.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
First down, Minnesota.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He just throws this one away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. McCarthy to throw it. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he got free. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That's caught in stride by Addison. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. 4th down, that much tougher. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Lions offense returning to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw it. Pass is caught by Addison. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Here he is to throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. This is Jones. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. Here he is to throw. And even third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. To throw. And he forced it on fourth, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another one for Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.